recently done a video on Nido, which is that like kind of more higher end squeezes in terms of cost. So we wanted to do some of the more affordable kind of lower cost squeezes that are available that are good.
yeah, that we trust. We've stocked so many squeezes and so many are rubbish. It's untrue. So many pop. That
Especially
before we've even got them out of the box, we've had boxes that we've just not even bothered with, because by the time they come and they're leaking and stuff, and you know, so yeah, there's a huge range of squeezes,
and these are the ones we kind of trust and are happy to sell. So firstly, a bit like when we're talking on Nido about the nice cubes and the gumdrops and the dream drops, are these hard squeezes. So this one here is a diamond. So this one's called a Squeeze Gems Diamond.
The class is a slow release squeeze.
Yeah.
Squishy.
So there we go, got quite hard resistance on them and then slowly ooze back to their shape. So we've got these in diamonds, so as you can see they're clear. The only difference really is they have, because they're a bit at that affordable end, they sometimes have slight imperfections in them, kind of like bubbles that you can see inside, but obviously that's just cosmetic, but they squeeze and stretch and have that tension. So there's diamonds like that come in pink, really vibrant kind of Barbie pink, purple, ooh, that's the bottom, and clear ones, which are very cool. I quite like the clear ones.
Clear. We've not seen any clear slow release squeezes before, so that's slightly new. They also do the cubes, which are similar to the Nido Nice cubes, but they're smaller, so they're not as big. If you can see on these ones, you see that they have some bubbles inside and things, but they're like a Fox's Glacier Mint. Yeah, they are.
A trip in the past.
I know, but they are quite cool.
Yeah,
look.
and then there's the
nice
Barbie
cube.
pink, and you've got them in blue and purple as well there. Now, so these retail £3 and the cubes at £4. So you can see the price difference there. But they're boxed as well, these ones, and they're, you know,
they're a good little gift.
They're good little gift and quality. If you're just looking again for a cheaper kind of squeezy, again this kind of sugar crystal. So these are the cubes, but we've actually got little pyramids as well in green, gold and blue. Now these are a little bit less resistant, if that makes sense. They're a bit easier to squeeze. They're really good. I've got a couple of these for my son because he really struggles with that pincer grip and that fine motor. And these are a little bit softer. Yeah. And these are at the...
You can kind of build up, can't you?
Yeah.
On the strength.
So you're looking at like £3 to £4 for these squeezes, you know, and again, if you've got, they're really hard to pop, well they're solid, again inside, so they're not going to be, you know, twisted to the point of popping, but they're a really affordable alternative to the nice cubes and the gumdrops and the dream drops, and as we say, ones that we trust. So there's the options there. Then when you want to get into the more squeezes, I suppose, that are a bit more like cute, or if your kid's really into something, because obviously a lot of the time they obsess about things, and that's neurotypical kids as well, and there can be trends out there for squeezes.
Trend out, the latest trend of these.
Capybaras, Aloxes,
but if you look at
gaming,
capybaras, they've got like a really cute little face.
And oranges on their head.
Why have they got oranges on their head?
know,
Is there a thing with an orange on the head of a capybara?
Tell us.
Anyone knows that what the thing is with an orange? Why does it have an orange on its head?
Don't know, because obviously they're just really cute giant guinea pigs.
I know, but
they don't know. I don't know. There's capybara cafe in Japan, you know.
I know.
Maybe somebody in that cafe will know if there's a reason why they have oranges. Maybe it's their favourite food.
Maybe it is. Maybe that's what they eat, but it's cute. Look.
So when we tend to buy in sort of these more, you know, trendy, fashionable ones, we again go for this kind of sugar crystal effect. I think it's called Malto squeezy. That means the inside again is solid. So I'm not saying you can't pop it forever, but it's not going to pop easily and it's not going to explode with.
Yeah, you can really squeeze, and you're not going to have the same, whereas some of the liquid squeezes, obviously if you over squeeze it, and a lot of kids, what they like to do is twist them like that, and at least on these, because they're quite solid inside, it's not a liquid as such, then you're not going to get all that liquid everywhere if they do.
Yeah, and as we said at the start, you know, we've bought before things that are faddy, you know, to sell at our fairs and stuff, like gaming controllers or planets or things like that, and they have literally turned up and they're already leaking.
Yeah.
Whereas you know these aren't going to leak. So if you are going to buy a cheaper squishy, then try and get the more sugar crystal maltose ones, because you know there's less chance of them leaking on you. So as we say, we've got the Aloxes, cute little capybaras, we've got some gaming controllers, and they come in such fab colours. So we've got blues, greens, pinks, little capybaras, pink Aloxes. They are all got the CE mark as well.
Yeah,
so they're all, you know,
UK.
they're all past UK standards. If you are going to go for a traditional squishy, you know, that has got that kind of white stuff inside that can pop, and we know they can pop after a lot of fiddling with, go for branded ones. They're still, you know, cheaper than potentially the Nido, so a Scrunchiums or something like that is a really good alternative, rather than just a like non-branded really cheap one, because we would just advise you that it's likely to leak. And we spoke to parents before who've come to our stores who've bought really cheap squeezes, and they've talked about how in the back of the car the kids got white stuff all over their face because it's popped and exploded. So if you are looking for this more, you know, traditional fidget type, then definitely go for a brand, either your Nidos or your Scrunchiums, because then you know you've got some longevity in them, and some chance of it taking a bit before potentially they do start to leak.
And the thing is with these as well, they all sit differently in your hand. So like with this one, it's got the head, so you've got the thinner section there. You've got this, which is smaller, and it's softer, and it's, you know, for smaller hands it fits right in your hand.
And the gamer's quite good because it fits across your palm.
Yeah, so they all have it, even though they're different animals, but the different shapes offer something different when it's a squeezer.
And they do like unicorns, which have the little fidget things on as well. So they're all got the same kind of squeeze and inside, but offer, you know, really good, characterful, cute little squeezy that, you know, is affordable. These are always retail around £3. And they're on our website as well, mysenden.co.uk. You can have a look on there. Some of them are on our TikTok shop, but everything goes on our website. So take a look on there. Okay. See you soon.